Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, okay? I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, okay? So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those good things, okay? Today is a beautiful morning, although it has been Memphis, Afghanistan, okay? Um, I want you guys to know how much I appreciate your support for my channels, for both my channels, for this channel, for Real Talk with Tamara 2 channel, that's TOO. As you know, you all continue to take both channels up. I want you guys to know that I appreciate you so very much. Okay. I wanted to talk about war in the streets of Memphis after Young Mob rapper Big Moda and TJ was taken out. Okay. Big Moda, as I was saying yesterday, there was conflicting reports, okay, because um Player Cole had called me um and told me that Big Moda had been taken out right when, like right after it happened. Because he's tapped in with the streets. Some of the people that's in the street that's really close to Big Moda and them had reached out to him and told him, right. And I was like, oh my God, because I remember Big Moda from the situation, as I was saying yesterday, that had happened with Rich Lord and Shy Glitzy and all of that, right. And so he when he went live, he actually did a live on it. When he did a live, Big Moda's best friend came into his live and was like, I can't believe, my big dog gone, I can't believe he gone, it don't even seem real. So when people were saying that he was still alive, because they did say that one was fighting, but they had said TJ had actually passed, and which he did, rest in peace to him. Um, it was kind of conflicted. But I guess Big Motor's best friend knew that he was on a breathing machine, and that the prognosis was it wasn't looking good as far as being brain dead and all of that. But his family was still holding out hope, just as anybody's family did. But unfortunately, shortly after, he actually passed away, right? And even before they officially pronounced him um unalived, okay. um the streets were absolutely off of the chain, okay. um you had someone that was taken out in Whitehaven around the Tulane area, like right up the street from where my dad's, where my mom grew up and my dad, because my aunts and my cousins and stuff got those houses now that my grandmothers had, okay. And like right up the street on Ferris in those townhouses. I forget what they used to call them. Okay, because they've changed the name so many times. I don't know if that had anything to do with Big Motor, but you have to think about Big Motor and them were taken out in Oak Haven. Whitehaven is not that far from Oak Haven, okay, because Tullahoma, some people say Tullahoma. I've always called it Tuklahoma, okay. It's not that far up the street from there, about 20 minutes, right. um and then somebody out east was taken out. Now, a lot of people is wondering, did that have anything to do with Big Grape? Okay, that would be Big Newski's best friend, who was affiliated with Big 30 and all of them. Hey, probably, but I have to say that, did Big Motor and TJ have anything to do with it directly? I don't know, because the thing about it is, you hadn't heard anything. Big Motor, it seemed like he had been staying out of the way. Rest in peace, Young Dolph was talking about when he came into my live. And shout out to Rest in peace, Young Dolph, for always dropping jewels in my chat. Okay. He dropped jewels. He was dropping jewels all yesterday in my chat, right? He was talking about how Moda had been out of the way. He went and ran up a bag. He actually had was talking about how he had been down, and Moda had started to run his bag up again. He went to Florida. He went and ran up. I remember And not too long ago, especially when I was kind of doing some research on Rich Lord, and the reason I was doing research on Rich Lord is because I remember Rich Lord reaching out to me and asking if he could be on my TV show. Okay. And when Player Cole was saying that he had passed away and that he it was still unsolved, I was like, what? I couldn't believe that. But but I remember when that situation, him and Rich Lord is talking about that situation. He was like him and Big Motor had been real tight. They got too much history for them to be enemies. So I guess, they were like frenemies, right? And I remember Player Cole said, well, Moda ain't even living in Memphis no more. Moda had moved to somewhere in Arkansas, to some, um, secluded area in Arkansas. And he was kind of staying out of the way. And you had not been really seeing Moda on pictures and stuff. He liked to gamble with a lot of these, you had not been seeing him on video and stuff. It was like he had been staying out the way. Looking at his Instagram, he was at track meets with his son and talking about how proud he was of his son and stuff like that. So, because trust me, folks was like, what Big Motor at? Because Big Motor was slated to blow up. Okay. And so then when that situation happened with Shy Glitzy, of course, I explained that yesterday when, we was talking about that yesterday when I did a video. He, God and them kind of blackball him, right? Because he had gotten a feature with Kevin Gates, but they completely blackball him because of that Shy Glizzy situation, and his career just kind of fizzled, right? And so then he was into it with Black Youngster and some more stuff, and they said he was still coming, rest in peace, Young Dolph was saying yesterday he still hung around in Castelia. So then when that situation happened, when the got in the blackballed him, of course he was supposed to sign with Young Dolph and all of that, and it did not happen for whatever reasons. But Motor was still he's making a bag. And so I was seeing where he had started dropping his stuff. He had started, they say he had just ran his bag back up, right? And it's funny because, as I was saying yesterday, when I was looking at some of the comments with people that knew him, they was like, when you start running your bag up in Memphis, this man was getting ready to blow again. He was financing himself. They took him out. He got taken out. And I'm not saying that Motor is innocent. I don't know what he was into, but all I know is everybody was saying that Motor had been out of the way. And so when people, I was listening to Rest in Peace Young Dolph, he dropped this bombshell yesterday in my chat when he was saying, he said that, Big 30, okay? I didn't see it, so I'm gonna have to say allegedly. He said Big 30 allegedly said, because they were quiet, Big Grape. And I was like, well, Big Grape was that guy, they had not said anything. They are eerily quiet. And he said when Motor them were pronounced unalived, Big 30 said, we not going to do RIP signs for Big Grape. We get ready to do a backwood, which means they smoking on a pack. Okay. So I guess to them, I guess, hey, that's what allegedly. Okay. So if that happened, because I didn't see it, but Rest in Peace Young Dolph is very credible. Okay. Um, that would mean that maybe what happened to him, some of them know, or it surrounds them or something like that. Was there a beef or something going on? I was looking at Big Motor stuff. I didn't see where Big Motor was talking about beefing with people, right? Big Motor had been, it looks like to me, he had been staying out of the way, although I'm sure he was doing his thing, you know. But hey, it was a war that kicked off, and I really still don't believe that it's over. It's going to continue because it was definitely Memphis, Afghanistan on yesterday, right? And so I think that it's extremely sad, Am I saying the Big 30 had anything to do with it? I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what the people said. Okay. Well, what yeah, what Rest in Peace Young Dog said actually. But I was looking at like I said, I was looking at comments and stuff on Facebook, and I was looking at CEO Jizzle, and he was saying, they did that out of hurt. They know who to play with. And when he said that they did that out of hurt, it leads me to believe that they went and did that to Big Motor now. Maybe Big Motor didn't even have anything to do with it, you know. Um, they just went and did that to anybody that they could do it to, or who was affiliated with whoever did that to, who they thought did something to Big Grape or something like that. That's what kind of led me to believe that, and that would, if that's true, that would be sadistic on so many levels if they ain't have anything to do with it. And but you doing something out of hurt. So we just gonna go and target anybody, to make us feel better, when that was somebody. Those were, I know for sure, two people's children. Definitely Big Motor had children. Okay. It led me to believe that whatever was going on, they ain't even had nothing to do with it. If they did it out of hurt. Okay. And so y'all, especially if allegedly, Big 30 said, well, we ain't gonna say RIP to Big Great, we're gonna get some backwoods. Okay, after Moda was pronounced unalived, So it ain't gonna stop. I know that it's not gonna stop. What people do is they lay and they wait. And I think it's sad on so many levels. What these young men are doing, it don't make no sense. Consistently taking each other's lives. Because now I'm gonna tell you something. As I always say, okay, so with Big Motor and TJ, hey, it was some spinning going on yesterday for sure, for sure. Ain't gonna stop. Okay. So what these young dudes need to understand, they need to look when they go and they do these things, they need to look on the left and the right of them when they go, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna spin. Because what you're ultimately doing is that the person that's on the left of you, the person that's on the right of you, you're ultimately you're really deleting them when you decide that you want to go spin. Okay. Because, or somebody that's around you is going to be subtracted. Okay. Because when people do dirt, they go and they lay underground, and the people who ain't really got anything to do with it, that's affiliated with them, they go, well, I ain't have anything to do with it. Those are the people that's out there that they get. So you're ultimately, when you're taking somebody out, you're ultimately taking out your very own homeboys and your family members, because those are the vulnerable people that you put in danger when you do this stuff. It's a damn shame that people don't care about that. Because for the love of money, that ain't gonna even last at all. Okay? The love and the lust of money got them selling their souls, giving up their very own lives, and they couldn't give a damn about their very own mothers or children, because they endangered their lives for money that they spend before they get it. Because the lawyer's gonna get it all, or they end up getting retaliated on. Okay? And they don't get to spend it anyways. But yeah, hey, I believe that it's deeper than what anyone would ever know, and I believe that it is going to come out in the days to come. But I know that this situation is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. Big Motor was one of the ones that when they started YOUNGMOB, he was in with them for a very long time. Okay, for a very long time. And I want for BEOLIKENNY to be very careful. Okay. Big Motor had ran his bag back up. Rest in peace, Young Dog said Big Motor always came over in Castelia, was still real cool with them. Okay, still loved Dog. Okay, to this very day. But then somebody said, and and hey, because I know his ears to the streets, it made my antennas go up. When Player Cole said, I think BEOLIKENNY need to be careful. His ears are to the street. BEOLIKENNY is going up. BEOLIKENNY is up there. He's moving fast. Is BEOLIKENNY this, BEOLIKENNY that. He just got out the halfway house. And because he said that, and because we see how successful BEOLIKENNY is, we already know that he is a target. For him to say that, he heard that. That means that their target next is to try and take out BEOLIKENNY. See, we know that Moda was a big dog in YOUNGMOB, even if he wasn't even as active as he once was. He was there when they first started that. BEOLIKENNY, I'm hearing the Stupid Duke them that they were the ones that really started the YOUNGMOB, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And BEOLIKENNY has ran, he's gone all the way up. Okay. And so for him to say that now, I know, just like Kenny Money, he brought up Kenny. We already know Kenny Money is a target, but BEOLIKENNY has kind of just shot up, and you know how when people just shoot up like a star, and people who think that they have control, or they think that they can control the livelihoods of these young dudes, ain't have nothing to do with it. See, BEOLIKENNY is signed to QC, a record label that I don't really trust, right? A record label that I don't really trust. Okay. And so I know that, some of these people that QC is affiliated with, I know, y'all know, I go back to these insurance policies. They be, plotting and scheming with some of these other record heads that don't want to see these young men successful. I hope that they don't deliver BEOLIKENNY into the hands of these people that took out Young Dolph, okay, and their affiliates for insurance money, okay. So for him to say BEOLIKENNY need to be quiet, be careful. That means he's heard in the street that BEOLIKENNY is, that they want to get him next, okay. As a matter of fact, they flat out said they want to get him next, right? It's a darn shame that these young men can't be successful without somebody putting a bag on their head. So Big Motor was going back up again, had went and ran up a bag, okay, was financing himself and going up again, and now he's gone. Now the target, they're saying, is BEOLIKENNY. He just got out the halfway house. I hope he don't come back to Memphis. Just go on. Don't go to Texas either. Atlanta might be safe, okay, because Funny ain't gonna play with him, that district attorney, okay. But it's a darn shame when these little dudes cannot be successful because of the jealousy of one group of darn people, okay. But God says, when I get them back, you're gonna see me get them back, okay. But rest in peace to Big Motor. I don't think this war is gonna stop at all. It's gonna get worse, and it's not going to stop until somebody with a big name is gotten, okay. And I'm talking about on the other side. They got Big Motor, and Big Motor was a big name, especially at one time before they got in them, blackballed him. But people still remember Big Motor because he did a hard song with Kevin Gates. Motor was going up, right? So they feel like Motor was a big dog in YOUNGMOB, okay? They got TJ. Now they want to get BEOLIKENNY, and they want to get Kenny Money. We see they already try to get CEO Jizzle because they know he's as soon as he get his mind right, they know he's gonna be the next star in Memphis. I stand on that. I know a damn star when I see one. And the sad thing about it is you keep hearing Big 30's name ringing when I had so much hope for Big 30. When I used to look at when I first saw Big 30, when he would smile, his eyes would light up. I was like, that he's a star. I was like, I hope that Big 30 don't allow the evilness that surrounds him with the record label that he's on to penetrate him. When I saw him again, you look at Big 30's eyes now, you could tell Big 30 needs to go to a rehab. And I say that with love. He needs to go to a rehab. But all you hear is allegedly Big 30 is the person that they use to orchestrate these back doors. Allegedly, I don't know. But I hope that is not true. Okay? But I don't know, he's been in my spirit. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. But I wish these young men would get their lives right. Big 30 has the potential to go far. I don't see that light in his eyes no more. He had a smile that would light up a room. Now all you see is a bunch of darkness that surrounds him, and it could be because of the perks. That's the reason why I say he needs to get to a rehab, because they're about to use him and then backdoor him, just like somebody was saying. His own people gonna backdoor him. So y'all, the war in the Memphis streets, y'all, it's got to end, because if they don't do something about it quick, it's not gonna be any fathers left to father their children. Okay. And because it's black people that's going at each other, they couldn't care less. They want them to keep going until they take each other out, all of the black men. Okay. But anyways, y'all, my dogs won't let me be great. So my puppies is barking at the people back there at the lake. So anyways, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. You guys have a good day. We'll be on later today, okay? I'll talk with you later.